Looking at Visa here on the daily time frame, you can see that we had a huge bar down into the 106.82 up to the 107.65 area. And obviously today's low is down there. Now, in my mind, this is really just a pullback, and I'm still looking for price to probably stutter around here for the next week or so, but then ultimately I think it will be going back up into the highs here. Uh, we've seen stuff like this happen before, and technically speaking, there's not a huge amount of reason for this other than, hey, it's a pullback. It's probably one bar pullback is what I'm thinking. Might take some time to really get back up into the highs here, maybe until the end of the year. But overall, I'm looking still very bullish for this, and I really see no reason to look bearish just from this single day's candle. Looking at the 60-minute time frame, this green box here represents the daily zone. So you can see price came down here really hard and really fast and hit into this chocolate zone here we have at 106.54 up to about 106.90. And as it did so, obviously it was the bottom of the day. And now we have uh, to kind of evaluate here to say, okay, is price going to push back into the highs here or not? Now, just from this price action here, it really hasn't confirmed anything over the past few hours, but as soon as price does peak above basically the 110 area, I would think that we're going to slowly push back up into the highs here. So again, that's what I'm looking for, but it's really cool to see price when it dives, it hits a demand zone down here, or actually in this case, a support zone in this case, because this is the lower time frame. So really cool to see that happen. And now I'm just waiting patiently for price to go above 110, and then I think price will continue into the highs this coming week. Looking at PayPal here, you can see pretty much the exact same thing that we saw on Visa. Again, price pushing down, in this case about $6 in one bar. So this candle is substantially bigger than anything else that we see here on the chart. Now, something else to also realize that on this market, you can see that as price has been moving up in the uptrend over this past year, we do have a couple of these candles where it's a single big red candle, and that's all the pullback was, single big red candle, and that was all the pullback. And then price stutters around there and then continues up higher, stutters around there, then continues up higher. So this is pretty common on this particular market for this type of price action to happen. So I'm thinking the same type of thing here. It might go a little bit deeper in the zone from 70 up to about 72. But overall, I'm thinking that this market's in an uptrend. This is really not a bad area to be buying from on PayPal. As we look at the 60-minute time frame, this is again is support and resistance here. The green box again represents the big daily demand zone. And you can see price bouncing into this purple zone, and again representing that price has been here a few times, and once again this zone has found support. So pretty much like what we saw on Visa, I'm looking for price to basically just barely close above the 74.50 area, and once it does so, then I can see it easily regaining back into the highs again. But it may take some time, and it could take a week or two for that to happen. So this week I'm really just looking for us to again to push into the highs. A great buying opportunity if you did get it down here, or soon here, just as price has been doing its thing. But very nice buys on both the PayPal and Visa markets in the overall direction of the uptrend.